I just heard this girl's video about, she said, how if you're single and all alone, and how are you staying afloat financially? I'm underwater right now for sure. Just saying. I have cut my bills down. I have canceled my cable. I have a change jar for real backup with like $300 in quarters in my change bucket for emergency eating. Okay? We don't turn on the heater, the air conditioner. We turn all the lights off. Okay? Literally, I have menopause and I'm going to need that AC this summer, man. I'm telling you, it's St. Louis. It gets hot down here. But my food, I got my food whittled down to like barely nothing. I said, hey, it's okay to be anorexic. It's all right. I'm overweight by 45 pounds. It's all good. So, yeah, you make things happen. Every fucking boomer parent that if you did have one in your life that's not helping you, they go, you'll figure it out. You're damn right you'll figure it out. You're going to freak out. You're going to start selling your shit. You're going to start selling your shit. You're going to start hitting up people for jobs, and during the interview, you're going to be begging, but you already have a full-time job. I don't actually have a job, and I don't know how I'm making it happen. So this is how it's going to be, and it might not get easier. You know, I don't want to be a pessimist, but I'm almost 46, and the corporate world, that's hard to be in there after 40. Restaurants, for sure, over 40. I'm 46 trying to get a waitress job. Nobody wants a piece of this, all right? Maybe a casino. I don't want to do anything. You know, you get on such a high horse as you get older. You know, you don't want to live all shitty, okay? You don't want to work at Kmart. You want to work at Nordstrom's, all right? If anything. But, you know, these shitty places that want me to work like 2 days a week, low man on the totem pole, it's never going to pay my bills. I have to get every single fucking thing down to almost nothing. I have to.
Number one, why is she whispering? Like, why is there such a what is the whisper? Why is she part of the Yin Yang twins? That's number one. But number two, the question that we have to ask ourselves is A, where's the husband? And then B, what did you do that led up to this 45 years? Because 45 years, it may not seem like a long time. It may go fast. As a person that's turned 43 years old this past weekend, I will tell you that it is a long time to be making some bad decisions. Now, of course, most people, and especially women, they're going to come to you and they're going to act like they just got this bad. Oh, we just got this bad over the last month or so, or whatever, or last year. What led up to these circumstances to where you no longer are able to hold a job and it is very difficult and you selling and you using change? And now let's be clear, I am very empathetic and I have sympathy for people that are going through things because I've been through some things in my life also. But I'm also asking the question: is are we taking a responsibility, or are we just rambling? Are we just ranting and rambling? Let's just continue to go on.
To live almost
See if we
nothing.
can find some
Doing my own
solutions
hair. I
here.
got my sister to cut my hair. Dye it with the box dye. All right. Even homeless people can scrounge up a fucking suit to wear. Okay, I've seen it. Yeah, you just no more. You know, you'll quit drinking if you drink. You'll quit smoking if you smoke. You can't afford those things.
It's not true.
Cigarettes, alcohol, going on frivolous
Never seen people with
trips
a bad
to
habit.
Home
If that's
Depot to
what
go
you
buy
believe.
plants for the front of your house, that's out. Okay, you're gonna start figuring out, like, maybe be a dog walker. All right, there's not a lot. There's a lot of choices, but not good ones. You know, you could get.
Isn't it wild to see the people that benefited the most from diversity, equity, and inclusion, as far as white women in particular, and people that, largely has screamed feminism and has embraced this, and women have more control and autonomy and the ability to choose for themselves. They are literally, I mean, you can't imagine the amount of people that I see scrolling up and down on my timeline that are under duress, that's broken, that's looking to scrounge up change, and is basically going to be asked out as they get older. I told y'all, the things and the decisions that you make when you're younger are ultimately going to lead to either a bigger gap between the haves and the have-nots, because there is going to really be no middle class going forward. And this is what you see happening in these videos.
Hurt in an older age being a dog walker, being a FedEx delivery person. You ever see those people jump out of the cars and run with a package and outrun a dog and hop over a fence? I'm not doing that shit. Hell no, I'm going to bust my ass.
She don't even
Working
got a
at
job.
Costco, I mean, there's a lot of older people that work at Costco, like not the little kids. You gotta move a lot of shit over there. You could get hurt. I pull muscles on a regular basis. I went out job hunting today and I came home covered in bruises. I don't fucking know how. Okay.
Go ahead, leave your
You
husbands though.
gotta
Hit the
keep
streets
that
and see.
fake
We'll see what happens.
smile on and keep schmoozing. You gotta keep up with the times. Then you got to get a laptop, which maybe you'll probably already have one, but I know I don't because I've been a waitress my whole life. I haven't needed a laptop or a computer or anything.
So she's been a waitress her whole life. And this flies in the face of everybody that keep telling me, oh no, Anton, some people don't want to be rich. Bullshit. Bullshit. You're not going to ever convince me that it's better to be on that side than to be on this side, because I done been on both sides. And this is not a person that is so privileged or so far removed that I don't remember what it feels like to be broke. Nope, you're not going to ever convince me. And so basically she's made some very difficult decisions her entire life. And for whatever reason, she thought that was going to carry her through. Don't work like that, Buttercup.
All right, it'd be nice to have one, but I don't have one. I could learn some sort of day trading, some sort of like consultant shit, some sort of, working at home off the computer while you're trying to be a part-time waitress. I mean, that's all I could hope for.
Sad.
I mean, being a dog walker,
very sad, bro.
It's not out of the question, but it's also like I fucking don't go running anymore because I get hurt every time I leave the fucking house. All right, so we're going to figure out what the fuck we're going to do in our Gen X retirement age, which are, they say us Gen X's are, aging really well and we look cute and young still. And, people like the Golden Girls, they filmed Golden Girls when they were our age. Okay, like we look physically better than them. All right, but it doesn't mean that
the Golden Girls were not y'all age when they
we're
filmed
superheroes or
Bullshit.
anything. Those Golden Girls that are retiring
At 45? No, they
all
did not.
three living in one house, that's exactly what needs to fucking happen. All right, and you all got to get rid of your fucking cats. All right, so we can live together.
What we basically are about to witness, and this is really happening across the board, is you're seeing the first generation of women that are dying alone, that did not make the right decision as far as who it is that they were supposed to be with, that they had the freedom to do what they wanted to do because they advocated for it, and this is what they're dealing with. And they're going to have to pay for the sins of earlier decisions in their life. It is sad. It's sad. It's always sad to see people suffering at this level. But what can we do yet use it as a learning experience? Because we're hearing it straight out of the horse's mouth. You're hearing it directly from them. Let me know what y'all think in the comments. Make sure y'all tap into the Patreon. Link is in the description. Also, T. Genly, 40% off your first order, 20% off for life. I love you. I appreciate you. I wish you well, ma'am. I'm going to put her link to her profile in the description to give her credit.